there's lots of different ways that we can think about what Gevurah is. Just some of the words that come from Gevurah. Gever, which is like a strong man, or a gibor, which is a hero. Giveret is what you would call a grown woman. It's someone that has control over their power, is one way to think about it. And I'm just trying to see if we're on here. There we go. One way to think about it is it's our strength, right? But really, when it's used with the idea of restraint or discipline, it really does kind of change. Hello, Kathy and Valerie. It changes the way you think of it, right? Because we always think of Gevurah as like power and pushing forth your power, but it actually is the restraint of your power in a positive direction. That's kind of the way I'm thinking of it this year. That it's what you use to kind of temper the I would say temper our strongest emotions, right? So if we're oh, hello, Michelle in Florida. Hope you had a good flight. That we may put out our love in such a way that it's actually dangerous. So Gevurah takes that and says, okay, how can we put our love into this place so that it's healthy for me, it's healthy for the other person? I think that's the way to think of Gevurah, I think. And then you've got, if you notice, she just put in the lovey symbol, which is that my wife still loves me. So that's good, because Wednesday, may I feel loved, and you've already made me feel loved. So today, on this Wednesday, until the sun goes down at least, we're looking at Netzach Shebegvura. Netzach is Netzach and Hod kind of go together. Tomorrow night will be Hod. Netzach is the energy that forces us to do. It's the thing that doesn't want us to be just sitting in this chair. And even as we go into our meditation, it's, that love symbol is for everyone? I guess I don't feel loved. But Netzach is that within us that makes us want to do. It makes us antsy. It wants us to create. It's like forceful energy that we can put forward. And I think when we think of it as Netzach Shebegvura, it's that force and energy that also has the understanding of enduring, right? So it's something that will endure. It's something that is going to be part of what we are, and it keeps us moving and keeps us going, and it goes forever. Forever or our lifetime, whichever comes first. And then, so if you say we've got this energy, we've got this endurance, something that keeps going and keeps churning, that is inside of our discipline. So I think what that can lead us to in a spiritual realm is the idea that when we show some kind of restraint or direction to this that we need to act upon, that we're saying our insides, the phrase that keeps coming into my mind is our id, right? The id in Freudian psychology is the thing that happens without restraint. Our superego is the thing that kind of keeps us back. So if we want to think of it that way, we're balancing the id, that netzach, which is the id, that we got to do it and push to do it, with that superego that says, I don't know, is this so good for you to be doing? Maybe there could be some other way that you could approach this. So I think of that in this Netzach Shebegvura. It is kind of taming our wildest instincts into a positive action. So we might want to, go all crazy. We can go crazy. Just make sure you go crazy in such a way that it allows you to endure and it allows you to keep going. And another way to think about this also is When we hold discipline to something, when we hold ourselves in a certain direction, that direction is harnessing our energy so that it can be enduring. It's what allows us to keep something going week after week or day after day. It's the thing that when someone's on a diet, it allows them to stay on that diet. It takes that, I need to do this, and it puts it in a way that you can stay in it, and it lasts and it's enduring. That could be anything, right? It could be the decision to work out. How do you get out there and do it? It could be the decision to do this meditation 3 days a week. You've got to have the Gevurah to harness that need to meditate so that we can meditate in such a way that brings us the harmony we're looking for, the tiferet that we're looking for, we might say. I think it's a wonderful way to think about those desires, needs, direction that we want to go in our lives, juxtaposed with what would be good for us. How do we get there? What is the best way for us to go in that direction? So it's kind of like the thing that embraces what we need to be doing in a way that brings about harmony inside of us. It's interesting. I feel like I constantly use the other dimensions of our spiritual beings when talking about what we're searching for in our lives. And each one of the two things that we have, right, with the loving kindness that we did last week, is so needed if we want to live our lives the best way that we can in the most fulfilling way. And then we also have this Gevurah, which is that thing which harnesses this energy and this love and all that we have, but that it is looking for everything to come into balance like Tiferet, so that we can act like Netzach, so that we can recognize that it's amazing. We could even do those things, which is Hod, and we bind ourselves to them, which is Yesod, and we actually have sovereignty over it, which is Malchut. So we can look at it in all of these different ways. But today, it's what do we have to do, and how can we withhold from doing the action unabashedly with a little Gevurah, with a little, hold on a second, let's see the best way we can do this. So with all of that in mind, let's now clear our minds and move to our silent time and get yourself into a comfortable position that is also strong so that you can close your eyes, concentrate on the breathing, but not fall asleep. Even though this is not a sleep yawn, this is my I'm ready to begin my meditation yawn. I don't know why I have to do that yawn every time before I start, but if you do too, we're brothers and sisters. So we're just breathing normal. At first, sometimes it's nice to take some deep breaths just to get that breath going, but we're really just trying to concentrate on our bodies. And like yesterday, as I mentioned, to also be in touch with everything around you. Even though our eyes are closed, we still have our other senses, right? Maybe we feel a little cold or we feel a little warm. And there is that sound from outside of all the living beings and the wind and the trees. And we're a part of it, those birds that sing constantly. And we're just allowing everything to be just as it is for now. We can always make changes in 20 minutes. So let's go quiet. Concentrate on what it feels to have our breath inside our body. Our stomach growing and getting smaller. Inhaling and exhaling naturally without us having to do anything. Feel what your body feels like. Are there any sensations you need to take into consideration today? Is your back hurting you? Are your legs tired? Or you're sitting cramped up on a plane all day and need to stretch yourself a little bit. If you want to lay back and lay down and close your eyes and allow your body to just relax into the floor, you're free to do that, of course. as your mind takes you away from your breath, in love and kindness, just bring yourself back to concentrate on your breath, filling and leaving your body. In our last 3 or 4 minutes together, We ask, we request 2 feelings from our second of our priestly benedictions. May God's face shine on you, may God be good to you. We translate as, may I feel luminous, shining. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. We are loved, but to feel it is something different. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous and loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. And in each breath, ask yourself one or both of these questions. May I feel luminous, filled with light, glowing, shining, filled with knowledge of light. And may I feel loved. May I know that feeling of caring and compassion. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. If you'd like to offer this to someone, you can place them in front of your mind's eye and offer this to them. May you feel luminous. May you feel loved. May you feel luminous. And may you feel loved. May you feel loved. May you feel luminous. May you feel loved. Just bring it back to us. I invite you to offer these to yourself once again. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. And just for several breaths, let's go back into our just being for a moment. I invite you to just feel your breath in and feel your breath out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find some stillness and peace. May you feel luminous, and may you feel loved, and may you enact your netzach, Gevurah, those actions that you need, tempered by the direction of your life.